Hi, this is Doug Ward from Tech Britain. I'm very happy to be here with the founder of Central Working, James. Thanks for your time, James.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you. James, can we talk about your personal background to start with, please?
Sure. I am a fellow Northerner, although you wouldn't think so to hear me speak. I basically started Central Working. We opened our doors in May 2011. And the reason we started was I had basically experienced the problem that this solves many, many times in many, many places. So I used to have a business in New York. I used to have an airport lounge in New York. And I would fly over there, and no matter how nice the hotel, it's quite a lonely place to be in your hotel room on your own trying to work. And then you go down to a Starbucks and you basically need to go to the loo. And at that point you're in crisis. Either you could instantly lose your office because you went to the loo, or you'd leave your laptop and you'd instantly lose your laptop. And then if you remember some sort of fancy club like a Soho House, all right, it's lovely, but you're not allowed to use your phone, you can't print. I just thought, this is really odd. How can it be there are all these people out there who are working all over the world in a less than useful space? So that was the start. And so we said, what if you can take that thought and apply it to a center of a city? But then we thought that's not enough. The space has to be fantastic, but without support, a business won't thrive. If you can't find a space to work as an entrepreneur, as a startup, you're screwed anyway. You're never going to make it. That's the easy bit. But what you really need is advice and support from people who've been there, who've done it, who are going there, who are trying to do it. And if you can get that advice, that will tip you over from being a potential success to be more likely to be a success.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of London's tech community right now, in fact, before we speak about that, so if someone wants to come down here, am I paying £50 at the door? Like, what's the cap? I've never come across Central before. Kind of, what can I expect? And kind of, am I welcome, whoever I am?
I mean, the idea behind Central is we want to be there for anyone who wants to start a business. It doesn't matter if you want to start a business making socks or if you want to start a business that's going to take on Facebook. We want to be there to support you. And to that end, we've got members who make tea, for example. They manufacture tea. It's a Bristol company, a lady called Kate. Her company's called Layfield Tea. She's one of our earliest members. And we now sell her tea to people who come to one of our spaces. So you can buy her products. We're actually giving cash to her. That's the sort of stuff we try to do, really making a difference. So the answer to your question is, you can come into our spaces, and all of our spaces have a bit that's completely free to use. £0, nothing. So everyone is welcome to come in there and work, and we've seen people benefit from that. We've got a 5,000 square foot space in East London. We've got probably that's completely free to use. We've got a probably like 1,000 square foot space in the middle of Soho that's completely free to use, and you can go in there and you can start your business. And that, I think, is crucial to our belief system. The next bit is the membership bit. And when you join the club, you get access to more, and you get access to more support and more help and more facilities. And that starts at £100 a month. So not a lot of money. And it goes up to a bit more than £100 a month, and you should have a look at our website for all our details. But the more you pay us, the more support, the more help, and the more development, the more access, the more community benefits you get. But even silly things like, if you join, we give you discounts on Apple products, we give you discounts on telephones, we give you discounts on local restaurants and hotels. So we make it easier to do business, even at the most basic level, by helping you reduce your costs of starting your business.
I've got to congratulate you on the space. It's fantastic. I think well, I'll leave it as a surprise for people coming down, but yeah, well done on the space. It's amazing.
I'm very, very fortunate in that my business partner, Steve Petty, was our head of innovation for Virgin for years, and he was the guy who created the Virgin Atlantic first-class lounges. So if ever you've been lucky enough to fly with Virgin, and ever you've been lucky enough to be in the upper-class suite, you will have been to one of his places, and you may not have been to one, but I assure you, it's the best bit about flying with Virgin. And he's taken that ethos of making people feel part of a club and special and applied it to this place. And I think he has done an amazing job to make it. I can't take any credit. I've done nothing, but he did it.
Well done for getting him. Yeah. In terms of London's tech community, James, for people who've not come across it yet, or they're just popping their heads out in London thinking, what's going on? How would you describe it at the moment?
I think right now it's a really exciting time to be in London's tech scene. I think it's got a light shining on it right now from corporates, from the government, and more importantly from people who are just entering into the job market. And it could be that they want to work for a startup, it could be that they want to work for a major tech company, it could be they just leave university or have never been to university. And I think right now there's a real sense that something is happening, and that is the point of business, I suppose. It's the confidence that people can get from knowing something's going to happen, and that confidence can be realized into an opportunity.
And in terms of plans for the future, James, what's your plans for the future? And if someone's watching this and they want to get in touch, how best to do so?
So we want to, I suppose, and this sounds really hippie-ish, excuse the bracelet. So basically, this is it. Our thought is, wouldn't it be nice if central working can enable people to realize their full potential? That doesn't matter. If you've never been to university, if you barely finished school, but you would like to get into tech or into any career, we would like to offer programs to you for nothing to help you do that. If you are a bajillionaire and you're sat there with £100 million in the bank account and you'd love to be an angel investor, we would like to help get you to become an angel investor. If you are an entrepreneur and you've got a business and you want some advice on how to grow that business, we'd like to be the people that can help you grow that business. So if you're in the world where you want to do better than you are now and you want to grow yourself and your business, then we want to help you do that. And the easiest way to do that is if you go to our website, which is centralworking.com. All the details are on there. I also run a session every Friday for free, drop in 1 hour between 3 and 4, and it alternates between our different clubs. You just book a slot and come and see me. You can go onto our Facebook page and book the slots, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, who you are. I mean, anyone can come and see me, little 20-minute slots, and I'll give you some advice on whatever you want, really. And then our ambitious plans for next year really are, we need to be everywhere where you need us to be. And so we're looking at up to 8 more next year. So we're expanding really quickly. If you are someone who would like to work with us and have one of our spaces, give us a shout because we'd like to help you do that. And if you're someone that would like to join the community, give us a shout because we'd like to help you do that.
Fantastic. James, I'd like to say thank you very much for your time. A pleasure.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.